Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video for the Apothecary Diaries Season 2 episode, this would be 16. We are catching up pretty quickly here. As I'm recording this, episode 19 is the most recent episode, so... Four more to go, including this one. I don't know what the fuck I just said there. But yeah, this is gonna be good. Last episode, Luomin is now here. Papa Luomin is now back in the rear palace to be here until Gyokyo gives birth. Because there is a good chance we'll have to perform a C-section because it is looking like she is going to have a breech pregnancy, which is incredibly dangerous for both the baby and the mother. So, we'll see how that ends up going. There's a ton of plot threads running amok outside of just that issue itself. Suide's here as a former slave. She's posing as a former slave. We don't quite know if the scars she has and the whole left side of her body being like incapacitated, we don't know if that is true or not. I feel like the left side of the body thing could very well be true from the anesthetic she used to knock herself out whenever she got put in the coffin. I think it definitely it could have accidentally fucked up the left side of her body. However, I'm not sure I believe the scars are real, because the scars really feel like a way to just make it so she doesn't have to take her clothes off, because if she does that, she'll expose that she is in fact a woman. So there's that going on. Jinchi literally came face to face with Suide, the person who literally was the main reason he almost got assassinated. Insane. And yeah, we made some ice cream for Lolan, who, you know, happened to kind of appear out of fucking nowhere when we were literally sending it off to her. She appeared right in front of us, Miss Shisui. So that was an interesting scene, but yeah, let's see where we go from here. Like I said, tons of plot threads running on right now, and we'll see how they all converge here in the coming episodes. Per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions. So feel free to check out either of those of your own will. And as I am recording this for the first time in a minute, I am actually ahead on the Patreon on this series. So whenever this will come out a week after I'm recording it. So whenever this comes out, I'll probably be caught up. I'm actually not joking this time. Well, I was never joking, but I'm not lying this time. Because all the other times I was like, I would like to catch up soon, and then it just did not happen. Mainly because this series is so time consuming. Like, 3 out of the last 4 episode reactions for this show have been over an hour in raw footage. That's insane. So, they've been some of these take a long time. So, anyway, yeah, ideally, whenever this is out, I will actually be caught up, and I won't be lying that time. But yeah, let's get right into the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 16. Oh yeah, Jinchi also asked Mao not to wear his hairpin, and he said whenever she does do that, that he'll tell her. And then he kind of went into detail about the difficulties of pulling Mao to their side, because Lacan would attest to that, or protest that. Yep, there's the hairpin. She gonna wear it right now? Holy shit. Oh, he's just chilling here with the doctor, so Mao now gets to just kind of hang out with her dad. That's so cute, I love it. When it's so smart, she won't eat the head, tail, or guts of the fish. Oh, he just bit into it. She not to wait for years. Learn 10 things from one tip. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. He feels, yeah, it's crazy. With his skills, he could be one of the richest people in this entire nation by far. It wouldn't even be close because of how skilled he is, and yet he has absolutely no greed within him even slightly. He seems to be so perfectly fine with the life he lives out there, even if it is in poverty. Yeah, I did look up what that was in the last episode because it's not something I've ever heard of. And it's apparently like a they put the little fuck, what was it? I've already forgotten. But it's like a Chinese tradition for pregnant women, I think. Yeah, traditional Chinese. Oh, it's a Chinese medicine therapy. Yeah, you burn the dried mugwort near specific points on the body, kind of like acupuncture points. Yeah. Yeah, near your body's meridians and acupuncture points. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to be sure I had that right. Yeah. And also, is that his name? Is that the quack doctor's name, Gwen? Gwen? We have never heard his name this entire show. Did we just casually get the quack doctor's name like that? So yeah, he can also take care of Lihua if need be, because Lihua isn't as pregnant as Gyokyo is. It appeared, at least to me, that she got pregnant a little bit later. So if he takes care of Gyokyo, then he can take care of Lihua right after. Smart. Absolutely. She's such an angel. She deserves it so much. Versus give birth safely. Really? Maybe they brought in actual... I heard many of them are older, so the atmosphere there got a lot calmer. You'll love to see it. Maybe she can actually have some good ladies in waiting now. Holy shit. People who will actually care and take care for her and take care of her. Yeah. Did they pull him from the what was it called? The like doctor's office place? There was a specific name for it, but I forget. The medic office? No, what was it? I don't remember what it's called. But you guys know what I'm talking about, where all the older court ladies were. Are they raising the Emperor's children? Definitely not. The Emperor has 2 children, one of which is not known to the public, and the other one, yeah, is Linling. Or Lingli. Linling is from To Be Hero X. Things I find concerning in the rear palace right now. Tone is kind of childish. Authoritative is the last thing Luomin is. Like, he just seems like an absolute angel. He only reads simple character, and he's even like dumbing it down some so everyone can read it. Yeah, so his name is Guen. Wow, I can't believe it took us this long. Sorry, I'm fixing my chair. I can't believe it took us this long to finally get the quack doctor's name. Maybe they said it at some point earlier on, but I don't remember it. Wait, what? Does your family sell paper about this size? That's right, because we know from earlier this season that his family, or was it last season? Whatever, it doesn't matter when, but we learned that his family makes paper, and Mamo helped him find out the issue with why their paper is getting worse in quality. To get more than low price. He's able to practice writing with. Oh, okay, that's smart. Use it as like a writing template and have all the students write it down and then pass them out throughout the rear palace with these issues. Not putting manpower or materials to waste. Something for fatigue. Makes sense, she's very late in her pregnancy. Ah, you scratching up my... yeah, I was gonna say. What is that? I'm gonna be honest, just showing me that doesn't tell me what that is. I don't know enough about this shit. What is that? How long has it been? My mother is still kind of like a kitten. Going through messages will probably take time. Yeah, she still hasn't put it on yet. She's just carrying it with her. Oh god. Hair stick you got from that. Oh, so she already did put it on at the beginning of this episode, but then she went to the J Pavilion and everybody was on her like, why are you wearing that? Why are you wearing that, Mama? Why are you wearing that? That's the one you got from Jinchi, right? Why are you wearing that? So copying his handwriting. Huh. In fact, it's copying his handwriting. Sorry for the sick, homeless children. Was that younger Luomin there with like actual not white hair? Because of her term expiring. Ah, yeah, she's been going to the bathhouse every day trying to get herself a job. To which she actually got a hairpin from one of the lower ranking concubines. Because of that young eunuch. Oh, and also, yeah, she's around there because the young eunuch, aka Suirei, is there. Okay, few of the eunuchs to the north side. Or the court ladies at the... Oh, the clinic! That's what it was called. The clinic. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Appreciate the male help. Lady Shinlu. A lot of work for the young eunuchs. Yeah, she was already ready to put Mao Mao to work when Mao Mao just showed up there for a minute.
生徒たちに書き取りの練習をしてもらえないかと紙は用意します。昔も似たようなことを書いていたね。
similar things in the past. Aw, that's nice. The two of us writing and writing to post these all over the place. Those are paper notices in the past too. What, 20 years ago? Goddamn. Yeah, but back then I would imagine fucking nobody could read. Like the servant girl, especially the servant girls, who are maybe a smaller portion of them are beginning to up the literacy rates, but still, not everyone can read. Don't use whitening powder with lead in it. Avoid strong scents. Don't pick plants in the rare palace without permission. The content is mostly the same. It's the exact same as 20 years ago? You would think we would have fixed these. Wait, 20 years ago the exact same issues were happening? Strong scents, people picking shit without permission. What was the first one? Don't use whitening powder with lead in it. What? And that was 20 years ago? That's weird. Because the, like, poison powder issue occurred at the beginning of this series, which was only, like, timeline-wise, what is it, like a year and a half at this point ago? I fucking forget. Timelines are kind of confusing in this. It's been like in between a year and 2 years since the first episode of this series. That's not 20 years ago. Why are the exact same issues that this man and Luomin pointed out 20 years ago happening again right now? That is very weird. Like, very, very weird. Oh god. Mamo's already up and at him, Jesus. Out of pure goodwill. It helps those with evil intent learning about harmful substances. Yeah, because then they read that note and they're like, oh, but we're not supposed to do this, we're not supposed to do this, we're not supposed to do this. Okay, I'm just gonna do all of those things. It's replaced every 2 years. Well, they were passed away. The concubines were replaced too. Who would know about the warnings posted the last time? Hello, Shinlu. Oh, yeah, that's right. She's clearly been here for a long time, so if somebody would know about the same warnings that were posted back then, it would be another person who's been here probably for 20 plus years. Yeah. So they naturally have just garnered skills over the years and years they've been here. Must have been a reason why they've stayed at the Rip House for over 20 years. The only feasible reason I can think of, but she said if they joined in their teens or 20s. I was thinking maybe this was a case of the previous emperor preyed on them, and because it's literally been said that, but that was also if they got pregnant they couldn't leave. I don't know if it was ever a thing. I don't think it was ever said that if he just like slept with them or something that then they weren't allowed to leave after that. I think it was only cases of if they got pregnant and the kid was born, then they were never allowed to leave the rear palace again. I honestly can't remember if there was a distinction made between pregnant and not pregnant. We'll see where Memo's going with this. Yeah.
私たちだって若かったわよ。私は10歳で高級に入った。
10 years old. Ooh, so Mama was off. It's not teens and 20s. Court ladies joined at a similar age. Could this really be a case of they were barred from leaving by the previous emperor?
今の高級ではそこまで若い
Current palace, they don't hire girls at such a young age. Yeah, the only reason back then that girls of that age were ever brought into the rear palace was if that girl's family had the sole objective of getting her to get with the emperor so they could rise in status. It's like Anshi said, or the lady from episode 10. I'm gonna call her Mama Sude. We have no confirmation if that's actually the case. I'm just gonna say it anyway. Mama Sude, that lady that was talking or telling the story, I believe as well, said that like this happened to so many families. So many families would send their really, really young daughters here, essentially be preyed upon. Like they would send them there with the pure objective of getting with the emperor, so as a family their status would rise. That's the only reason they hired girls of that age back then, and they don't do it now because it wouldn't do any good. The emperor's not going to go after them. He doesn't care about he would never touch people of that age. So they have no reason to send them in. Yep. So are you mean to tell me every court lady here at the clinic that's older was a victim of the previous emperor? Oh my god, that's terrible. Yeah, deflowering them one. Oh, here we go. Okay, so a distinction was made. I was unsure if the distinction was if they were pregnant, they were never allowed to leave after that, or if it was just someone he slept with, they were never allowed to leave. There's the distinction that I needed. I had forgotten which one it was. There's the clarification. The girls spent their days in the Red Palace, barred from ever leaving, and as she says here, deflowering them one after another. There's many of them, and they were never allowed to leave. And we know that Anshi herself is the one who built the clinic. She probably built the clinic because she went through a similar experience. She felt bad for all these people and wanted to give them like a fucking purpose here rather than just being trapped in this place. They could do something good by working at a clinic to help the other I always say that, ladies in waiting or anybody else that gets sick. That makes so much sense. Even if you're just a court lady. Jesus Christ, not before, not ever. That's so fucking depressing. This is where the resentment toward them is festering. Oh, the rear palace, the emperor, and the concubines who receive the emperor's love. This is where the resentment is festering. Holy shit, basically saying like this is the spawn of possibly a lot of the bad things that are going on. Is that what Mama's implying here? Like this is the spawn of that resentment is from the people who were victims of the previous emperor. You box them all in one place together. Yeah, I'd imagine they've probably had some conversations about what happened to them and how their lives were ruined by all of that. This is where the resentment toward them is festering. Yeah, towards the current emperor, towards the current emperor's concubines, Gyokyo, Li Hua, etc., towards the rear palace as a whole. Yikes. Poor Shinlu was worried about the servant who fell ill at the Crystal Pavilion. Asked me to check up on her. Could she have been... Perhaps it's Shinlu who taught but then why... But that didn't make any sense, Momo. Why would she send you there if she was the one teaching Shin about the poisons? But oh my god, that actually makes so much sense. Holy shit. Because they were here when Luomin and that other, I forget his name, apologies, the other guy who helped us around the Shrine of Choosing, they were here when those warnings were posted about strong scents, about the powder. And guess what has been used on Li Hua twice? The powder was used at the beginning of season 1 to almost kill her, and then the scents were used in an attempt to forcefully abort her child. That's 2 instances of 2 things that Luomin had wrote 20 years ago that were used to try and kill Li Hua. And how would Shin learn about that stuff? It only makes sense if she learned from somebody here at the clinic who was there to see those warnings 20 years ago. Oh my god. But then it doesn't explain. Everything adds. I just spit everywhere. Everything adds up to what Mao Mao is saying, except for the fact that she sent you there. Why the fuck, if Shinlu is trying to manipulate or teach Shin how to take out Gyokyo's baby or take out Gyokyo in general, why the fuck would she send you there to save a lady in waiting that's there? Why would she send you there to do that? Because all you did was expose Shin and get Shin kicked out of the rear palace. If she is trying to do that to Lihua, what good does it do to send you there? That doesn't make any sense. Or maybe is this like a test of Mao Mao's skills? Did Shinlu want to see, oh, this girl is dangerous. I know this girl is smart. She makes medicines. Like, literally, she found out the previous episode that Mao Mao was capable of making medicines. So I wonder if that was a test for Shinlu to be like, okay, if Shin doesn't succeed, it's not the end of the world. Let's send this Mao Mao girl who I just found out yesterday or however long ago knows how to make medicines. Let's send her and see what she can do. See if she's going to be a thorn in our side or something. Who knows? Shenlu and the people of the clinic here might be part of the group that Suide's in. Might be part of the group trying to take down the current emperor and his lineage. Who knows? That's entirely possible. And so it's a test. The entire point is to test Mao Mao on if she could pick apart what's going on with the lady in waiting who's in the storage shed, the synths, all the above. It's a test. If that is the case, if it is a test, I could be so wrong about that. But if it is a test, that is scary. I am beginning to fear for Mao Mao more and more and more as time goes on. That is very scary. Because the more they learn about Mao Mao and how crucial she is to these concubines surviving, to the emperor surviving, to the emperor's younger brother surviving, I mean, there could not be a bigger target on Mao Mao's back if she fucking tried. How to make I have never heard that word before. I'm assuming it's just like it's like drugs, but abortifacients. I just want to look up the definition of that, although I could guess what it is. A substance such as a drug or herbal remedy that induces abortion. So yeah, I mean, I've never heard that word used before. Oh, she delivered the message indirectly through that sick servant girl. Oh.
何か気になることでも?
Oh, fuck. Oh my god, I was not expecting. I mean, Shinlu, they made her suspicious in the beginning, but then they made her just seem like someone who was caring for a lady in waiting she'd talk to. But oh my god, this makes her seem really sinister. Holy fuck, that smile's terrifying. Oh my god. That grin there after she hears that she might be pregnant. Yeah, we never found out what was on that note. We never found that out. What if that note didn't say to take care or like let this girl come stay here or anything like that? What if it didn't say that at all? What if it said like put her in a storage shed and this is what you need to do to get her to abort her baby or something like that? Things that are harmful to pregnant women. Oh my god! So she's giving her a note and saying, like, these are things that are harmful to pregnant women. Shin needs to know what these things are, you know, just so she can take extra care of Lihua, knowing damn well Shin has a vendetta against her because of the fact that Lihua was chosen over her to be the one of the top concubines. And so she knew she'd immediately take that advice of being like, these things are harmful. You shouldn't use them. And just like, oh my god. And she knew she would take that and use it. That still begs, some can even induce abortions if combined. That still begs the question of why send Mao Mao. I think the only explanation I can feasibly come up with is if it was a test to see how smart Mao Mao actually is. Oh my god. Information on things to avoid. It can also lead to those with bad intentions learning about what is poisonous. Yep. And this all happened in the exact time span the caravan arrived with exactly what Shin would need. Oh my fucking god, this is insane. Of course they would go for it. Why did they sell it? Perhaps the court lady. I see. I'm not sure if what they're showing us here is Mao Mao's imagination, or if this is a genuine scene that occurred to confirm what Mao Mao is thinking is correct. Perhaps the court ladies at the clinic told the merchants which scents they wanted, and that's why there was a huge influx of these scents that can cause abortions and things like that. That's why there was so much of them present. Oh my god. Damn, this makes... I don't think Anchi is suspicious, but I feel really bad for her if she made this place for, like, all these people who were forced to stay at the Rear Palace. If she made this clinic for them because she wanted to give them a purpose or something, and this is what it's being used for, I really don't want to start suspecting Anchi. I really don't. Because I don't think that she would do this to her own son. Because her own son is the current emperor. She doesn't seem like the kind of person who would, even no matter how much because she didn't even hate the previous emperor. I mean, it appeared to me, like in episode 9, she hated him, but not for what he did to her. She hated him because he discarded her after what she did for him. She never once seemingly... I don't want to dive into this whole thing again. That whole episode there's so much to talk about in that one episode, but I don't, it just all in all encompassing, I don't think Anchi would do this to her own son. It makes no sense. Truly, from everything we have seen for her as a character, she genuinely loves her son, the Emperor, and I just can't see her doing this. I just don't. And so it feels to me like she made this place for these court ladies who are stuck here. She made this place for them to, like, have a purpose here in the Rear Palace to help people, and it's being used for a rather nefarious cause. I don't know if she was involved. I don't know if she was involved in all of the incidents so far. Even if it never became full-on murderous intent, resentment must have festered gradually over a long time within the Rear Palace. Years and years and years passed, and they've been here for so long, yeah. Should I question her?
どうしたんです？
何でもありません。
ならいいですけど。
Mamo, sincerely, the more episodes that pass, the more worried I get for you. Truly, the more worried I get for you. Not while you're here alone. No, you shouldn't. Absolutely not. There's no proof, not even a testimony. I don't want to make vague accusations. Yeah, and despite what's going on, they do good at the end of the day. Nip the butt of resentment.
他に及ぶ前に摘み取ることくらいか。すみません、お邪魔しました。
もし気になる本があれば持って行っていいわよ。ただちゃんと返してね。その本だな。たまに本が入ってる、ね。Nice people add books to that show.
バナ虫の図説ですね。
That one was added without me noticing. The only person who would add a book about insects would be Shisui. Shisui, about a month ago. And there's bookmarks in it. The Moth. Yeah. This is absolutely a book by Shisui. That's crazy. Because this is going to reveal how insanely intelligent Shisui is to Mao Mao. Mao Mao was already like, Shisui's kind of smart in the past couple episodes. She's been building up this idea that Shisui is very, very, very smart for a servant girl. And now she's got a whole book here written by Shisui on insects and things like that. Did Shisui bring it? Huh. I guess maybe, yeah, it's not a written book. Not necessarily all these books are just written by the person in question. This could just be a book they brought. I guess that would make sense. How could a servant girl own such an expensive book? Okay, so yeah, maybe this isn't written by Shisui, but to bring into question because it looked to me kind of like it was Shisui like just drawing and writing down her notes and things like that. But she did have a bookmark in the page, so because some of these books, the way they look, it looks like it could be written by the person in question. But I guess yes, it does definitely make more sense that she just brought this book in for her to do like her insect research, and so she's got bookmarks on different pages and things like that. Because yeah, it'd be crazy for just a basic servant girl to own an entire book. Picture of insects. She used a notebook made of paper. She can read and write too. Why is she a servant girl? Ooh, Mama, you are almost there. Well, I say almost there. She's at the starting line to figure out who the fuck Shisui is. I mean, if I had to guess, Mao is gonna come to the conclusion, this is my guess, Mao is gonna come to the conclusion that Shisui was like kidnapped and sold off like she was. I'm willing to make a bet that's what Mao Mao's gonna guess for the time being until she gets more evidence. But then again, if she was kidnapped and sold off, that doesn't explain her owning an expensive book. That doesn't remotely explain that. But because yeah, she has all the paper and everything. There's no way if she was kidnapped and sold off, there's no way she would have all of that. There's no way. Also, who the hell is this coming in?
そいつには気をつけた方がいい。男にしては高い声。
Is this happening right now? Are we doing this now? Is this happening right now? Shinlu, you need to be careful with that one. Is this happening right now? Right now? We're doing this right now. I sound like fucking Bertolt. We're doing this right now. Oh my god. I was not expecting them to come face to face like this already. Taller than an average woman. Someone beautiful who attracts the attention of the court ladies. Mama's immediately put two and two together about who this young eunuch is that's impressing everybody. Yeah, Mama, you knew damn well she wasn't dead. You knew she escaped, and what do you know? She's fucking back. Figured out what you did from your She figured out what you did from your conversation. Was she just sitting outside listening to us this entire time? And she picked up immediately on the fact that Mao Mao figured out exactly what Shinlu did. And this is the Suide confirming. Oh god, Mao Mao, you need to get the hell out of here. This is a really dangerous place to be right now, Mao Mao. This is not a good place to be. Oh my god, what the fuck? You're a smart one, as always. Maybe Mama's gonna be fucking psyched. She was really mad whenever Suide ended up leaving, and like that whole conflict got left unresolved. Mama was not happy about that. She really wanted Suide to like interact with Suide more, as smart as she is. Maybe Mama was gonna be fucking psyched about this. I don't know. Like the time you prevented me from becoming a corpse. Yeah, she's thinking, bitch, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. She's immediately thinking of defense options because she's terrified. Hell, I would be. These two people are enemies. They clearly are not friends. Oh no! Oh fuck! Oh my god! Also, that's her left hand. Yeah, my left side of my body doesn't work. My ass. That's her left hand she's using. Yeah, bullshit. I was thinking it'd be weird. I thought it was possible that Suide would like accidentally use too much of the anesthetic and fuck up the left side of her body, but I was also thinking Suide's too smart for that. There's no way she overdoses on that and does too much. I didn't believe that to be possible because she's Suide. She's been made, it's made apparent she's way too smart to do something like that, to make a mistake like that. Her left hand is shaking, though, very noticeably. It's an after effect of the resurrection medicine. Mm-hmm. You're just state for a while. So, okay, so maybe it actually did fuck her up. I don't know how the scars would be a case of that, but her body naturally being kind of messed up from that makes sense. Let me get the statement about the left side of her body to make sure I'm not wrong about this. I think it was last episode. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure. Also, Jinchi came face to face in this episode, so no, it couldn't have been this episode. It has to be one of these. He was heavily abused, causing the left side of his body to go numb. Okay, they didn't say it's not functional though. They clearly did not say the left side of her body is not functional. They just said it's numb. But in that scene, it appears that she is acting as though she can't use the left side of her body. Yeah, she's acting like she can't use the left side of her body, and then the first thing she does when she approaches Mao Mao is she's got those fucking spikes and she's moving her left hand, albeit when she drops it to her side it's shaking. She's still using it though. You think I'll listen? What the fuck? Has she just been holding Shisui hostage? Was Shisui also out here listening to all this happen? Does she know that Shisui is Lolan? Is that why she's holding her hostage? What is going on? Holy fuck! Why does she have you? They're trying to kidnap her. This is essentially their plot to kidnap. They're kidnapping Mao Mao. That's what they want. They want to get Mao Mao the fuck out of the rear palace. That's exactly what they want. They want her out of the rear palace because clearly they have realized what a fucking issue she is. Possible, and I know you'll follow me. This is crazy. This is crazy. She really must not be underestimated. Oh my god! And we just caught away! Why was she so... Does that mean... When did she go after Shisui? I mean, maybe she just observed that Mao Mao and Shisui were close, but it also feels like the only reason she'd go after Shisui is if she knows that Shisui is Lolan. Oh my god. So that truly means they had to have just been sitting outside that door listening to the entire conversation, both Shisui and Mao Mao. I mean, not Shisui and Suide. Also, you know something I realized? I was thinking about it. You've got Shisho, and he's part of the Shikoku clan, right? How does Lolan fit into that? Because is Lolan's actual name like Shisui or something, and Lolan isn't her actual name? Because you think about it like this, you're like, if his name is Shisho, part of the Shisho clan, you would think hers would have a she in it as well, which guess what? Shisui does. No, Shenlu, because it's she, so Shenlu would have nothing to do with that. I'm just trying to make connections here. It's represented by, wait, back it up. In the military headquarters to the east, a beast. To the west side, represented by bureaucracy, another. The Grand Command. High ranking official, the Fox in the east, and the political heavyweight from the late Emperor's era, Shisho in the west. Shihokushu Shisho, the Tanuki of the west. It's good to see Lacan again. We really need your help right now. we really need your help. Mama's in big danger. The Imperial younger brother has joined the court council for the first time in a month. Obviously, Lacan knows that Jinshi. He made it very clear last episode that he knows that Jinshi is the Emperor's younger brother. Lacan clearly does not seem like he likes Shisho. I wonder if Lacan like knows that something's going on with Mao Mao right now, and so he's trying to bring them into an area where they'll see her, like getting taken out by Suide or something. Quite visibly here. Those are... I brought silver cups, you won't need a taster. Those are obviously not alcohol. At least Lacan's is not alcohol. Maybe the other two are wine or something. Interesting. Jinshi, now there's not a big crowd around, drank. Why is he not speaking? Why is he making Bossin say everything? Investigation turned up something interesting. Yep, the Feifa. So Lacan fully believes Shisho is involved here. Look at that fucking face. What is this? Oh my god, this is getting so intense. There's so much going on. So I feel like they tried to dissuade me away from thinking that Shisho was involved with they didn't, honestly. I think the thing is they made me suspect of Shisho. They kind of alleviated it, but not really. I'm still super suspect of him. But then again, I need motivation for him. I guess the motivation could be that he wants to take over the Imperial family. That could be motivation for trying to do what he's doing. Say he's working weeks on I don't know, because I guess that didn't really make sense. Then again, just because, say, Suide and Shisho were working together doesn't mean they have to have the same motivation for why they want to work together. Suide's motivation, like I said, could have something to do with her lineage and how they were wronged by the previous emperor, and so they want to destroy the current royal bloodline. They want to destroy it and ruin that lineage, and so that's her motivation, while Shisho's could be something else entirely. It doesn't matter what the motivations are as long as the goal is the same. I'm not saying he is working with Suide, we have no evidence to prove that, but the fact that he's trying to assassinate the Emperor's younger brother, which, guess what, that's exactly what Suide tried to do in season 1. Well, I say he's trying to, we don't know if he is, but they're really pointing all eyes as if he is the one behind these attempted assassinations. We go all the way back to season 1, Suide did the same fucking thing! Not talking? Why are you not talking? Because even back at the party with Shisho, Jinchi spoke. He talked to Shisho. You can see it on several occasions Jinchi was looking at and talking to Shisho. If I'm not mistaken. I'm not being dumb here, am I? This is weird. This is really weird. I swear to God, I'm not being dumb, I don't think. Hopefully not. I'm turning my volume up. One more time. Is that a woman? Is this our duo? Swear to God, it sounds like a woman coughing. Or like clearing her throat. I'm not... Am I going insane? I swear to God, I'm not hearing things, right? Cause like, they tried to cover it. I feel like this has to be on purpose, that they had Bossen and Jinchi clear their throats at the exact same time. That sounds weird as fuck. Especially because there's a more feminine one masked by... at least it sounds like it. Maybe I'm going fucking insane, but it sure as hell sounds like there's a more feminine throat clear in there. I think I'm going fucking insane. I can't tell now. I'm going insane. I can't tell. Is our duo here? What is happening? That doesn't sound like Jinchi, and the not talking is so fucking weird. Why is he not talking? Okay, I have to move on. I'm just gonna keep replaying this over and over if I keep this up. This is weird as fuck. I'll leave it at that, I guess. That's really weird. But like, for what purpose would the only explanation here is that this is our duo, and that's why Jinchi won't speak. That's why Jinchi won't speak, is in making Bossen say everything, because it's our duo, and if she spoke, they would immediately tell, oh hey, that's not Jinchi. Like, because Jinchi and our duo look identical. She could easily take his place, especially if she's wearing like a facial mask and everything like that. She could easily take his place. Obviously the talking thing is an issue, but you just make Bossen say everything. I don't know. I'm sorry, that's gonna drive me insane, and I could be off my fucking rocker here. This could be the dumbest theory I've made in this entire show. But like, it sounds like they're masking a feminine throat clear with Bossen's. That's what it sounds like, with a male throat clear. That's what it sounds like. And the fact that Jinchi won't speak, that's weird as hell. Latest model developed in the West. Instead of the hammer, instead of a fuse, there's a piece of flint. This is such a tense scene. Oh my god. Mass producing would change the shape of warfare. Yeah, exactly. How did they get it? The biggest question. This is like the newest line of tech. The way this gun is crafted and everything like that is like the newest thing. How does this insanely intuitive and like new gun Feifa get picked up by just some scoundrels? How does it get picked up by them? Lacan is so dangerous, dude. Oh my god. Lacan is too fucking smart. And it's like Mal said, Lacan doesn't necessarily need evidence all the time. His intuition is like stupidly fucking good. She explained that at the end of last season. His intuition is insanely good. I can't tell off this frame. I was gonna be like, oh, maybe it's all... I can't tell. Isn't Jinchi usually... Oh my god, this theory about this being Aduo is gonna drive me fucking insane. I probably look like an absolute dumbass. I can't get that out of my head now. Hold up, I'm pulling up a frame of Jinshi on my other monitor. Jinshi. Images. His eyes are darker purple. That's Aduo. That is so Aduo. Oh my god, I'm going insane, guys. Guys, I'm fucking going insane. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not actually. No, the eyelashes are also totally different. Jinshi's eyelashes are not like that. Maybe it's just a scene-to-scene thing. Like it's more detailed here because it's an up-close shot of his eyes. I think that might be more... No. Even the detailed shots of Jinshi don't look like that. His eyelashes do not look like that. Now let me... Aduo. I'm gonna get a close-up of her face. This is fucking Aduo. I'm going insane, guys, help! That's her! And, oh my god, I've got a frame side by side of Jinshi and Aduo. That's literally her eyelashes. Am I going insane? Imagine all of this is just so off base. I sound like such a psycho. That's not Jinshi! That's not Jinshi! Oh my god, I'm sticking to this fucking theory. Like, my life depends on it now. I'm hooked in. That's Aduo. Why she's here, I have no fucking idea, but that's Aduo. That's not Jinshi. It's for you to find out, isn't it? The interrogator in charge got a little overzealous and the suspect can no longer speak. Is Lacan lying? Is he using this as an excuse to interrogate Shisho directly? Like, oh, the guy, the witness, or not the witness, the suspect, he can't speak anymore. We kind of happened to, like, destroy his vocal cords. Can't speak anymore. We're gonna have to interrogate some other people, you know? And also, they're not even showing, like, we're only getting to see what Bossin thinks here. Why do you say it like that? So they heard anything about this? So that's not even the main topic. Fucking never change, Lacan, you old creep. Never change. Easily one of my favorite characters, man. The fact that he's here, like a serious thing is going on here, and he's just happy to talk about his wife and playing Go with Function. That's adorable. Despite the fact that she's not gonna live for long, the fact that he just gets to gush about her, even if she's not gonna live long, gush about his time with her is fucking so adorable. You can hear him over there giggling. They say that it was a whole week of festivities, yeah. Sharp like a hoeing blade. Even with her disease corrupting her mind and destroying her body and things like that, she still plays him just as good as ever. How long is this gonna go on for? She's getting the fuck out of here now. Along with the book detailing the scene. Well, that's not red at all. What is that supposed to mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? It's quite the unique color. Some graves in the world that are green. Yeah. Just like my uncle said. And he just downed it like that. It is! It is! I was right! I was fucking right! What? What are you doing here? What the fuck? She's back in the rear palace. Isn't something you get to experience often. I enjoyed it. I can't believe this. What the fuck? I so thought I was going insane with that theory. Fox is such a weirdo, I made the tanuki look normal. Is that way toward his daughter as well? And that daughter is why Master Jinchi the eunuch is busy. Is he? They actually kidnapped her! Oh, that's why Jinchi couldn't be here for this, because Lakan so knows that she's gone, right? They actually got her. Where's Shisui? Where the hell it? No! No! No, 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 no. We're going to the fucking next episode. Fuck you. Absolutely fuck you. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna keep this ending really short. Post-Bluest recording here. I thought about it for even half a second. The reason Lakan was like, let's just go back to the scene. The reason Lakan says, served in a glass cup, it really brings out the red. And Shisho goes, it's quite beautiful, yes? My noggin was not firing like it should have been. He's part of the Mother Royal's bloodline. He's fucking colorblind. Oh my god! Shisho is part of the Mother Royal's bloodline. The current emperor might be, but the main trait of people from the Mother Royal's bloodline is not present in the emperor. Shisho is trying to usurp the throne from the current emperor because he's part of the Mother Royal's bloodline. That's what's going on here. That's why Shisho is doing what he's doing. And he is probably teamed up with Suide and the people from her group. He is probably teamed up with them because they have their own motivations for getting rid of the current emperor's bloodline and lineage on the throne. They want to get rid of them because of what's happened to Suide and her family. That motivation still makes perfect sense to me. And so they have teamed up with Shisho, who believes he is the rightful holder, or who probably believes he's the rightful holder of the throne because he has the Mother Royal's blood in him. Oh my god, how did that not click for me? That gives all the motivation for Shisho in the entire world. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't click that sooner. That's fucking insane. I think you and I will get along quite nicely. Let's just get this whole fucking scene again. That's why they immediately turned both Duo and Boston are like, the fuck? He just said it was red, isn't it? Oh my god, how did that not click sooner? This drink has quite the unique color, doesn't it? There are some grapes in the world that are green. And that's why he said grape juice, because then Shisho in his brain would automatically be like, oh, it's grape juice. Yeah, it's gonna be red. But there's green grapes, and it made a green juice. Oh my god. That's the... Oh, Lakan, you are a fucking genius. We already knew you were, but oh my god, that is like the smartest thing I have ever fucking seen. That is stupidly smart. To be like, because if he is part of the Mother Royal's bloodline and he's colorblind, and you make him think it's a juice that he knows is a certain color, even if he can't tell it apart, he's gonna agree with you, which immediately outs him as being part of the Mother Royal's bloodline and exposes his motivation for doing what he's doing. Oh my god. It's green, not red, no matter how I look at it. Can't believe I didn't click that sooner. Oh my god. Just like my uncle said. And guess who was the person to figure out how the Shrine of Choosing functioned? Fucking Luomin! Literally the guy, Luomin's friend, the guy who helped them do the Shrine of Choosing, told Mao Mao over and over again, Luomin could figure it out. Which clearly he did, and he told Lakan that's how it works. Because Lakan said, just like my uncle said, that the people who have the Mother Royal's blood, the defining trait is colorblindness. Oh my god, that's fucking insane! This might be one of the most insane episodes of the entire show. Holy shit. Anyway, I had to put this in here. There was no way I could just wait and insert that in like the beginning discussion of next episode. There's no fucking way. As soon as I stopped the recording and it clicked in my head what they meant, I had to record this. And yeah, now we'll get back to the actual video. My god. I'm gonna keep this ending really short. I'm going straight to the next episode. They do not get to cliffhanger me like that. Yeah, we're going right into the next episode, so yeah, I think it's gonna wrap it for reaction to the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 16. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.